funny. The other thing is my second name is John, so you guys can have a laugh, but that's the truth. So having said that, yeah. So also told you what montex is. So montex is tech startup, essentially trying to help people who want to get into tech sales or sales engineering. So I'm going to explain what happens. So essentially what you're trying to do is if you're trying to equip professionals who want to get into have a career path in tech sales by equipping them with the resources and skills needed to get into that field, essentially is what it is. And we're trying to help them, we have two areas, which is technology and sales. Because one thing I've noticed is in North America, people are good in sales, but when it comes to technology, they send it to a place like India, so it's obvious. So that's what it is. So essentially, so I'm going to be telling, so Walter said what it is, so obviously he told about this, and how we're going to do it, obviously through education. So I'm going to tell you why we're doing it. So that's the big thing about what this is. So essentially, if you look at the tech adoption rate in Canada, I mean, no matter what channels you use and do your research, it's like something like 28%. You know, you might get like 30 if you're very generous, but 28 is what we are. So if you, just to put that in perspective, if you look at India, it's 50, around about 50, something like that, and China is close to 60, and then you have places like Singapore and UAE, it's 98, 99%. That's what it is. US, it's, you can check it up, it's like 60, around about that. So what we have, that's a scenario, right? Like, we have a society that's not adapting as fast as it should. I think that is a constraint that we have. So we are trying to break that constraint. That's what we're trying to do. So that's why we are trying to do, start this venture. So essentially, yeah, so eventually it comes to the bottom line, right? What is the bottom line? Obviously it's the salary, it's the money. So for some people it's the growth rate. So if you look at what happens when you adopt technology to your career, I mean you adopt technology to your sales, you can see the salaries increase. If you look at any salesperson's like salaries in Canada in general, on an average it's 50. There may be some people sitting here who's getting more, but that's a different story. But average 50 is, like I work with salespeople, they get 50K to begin with. They might go up to 100 or 70, something like that, but that's again looking at the best side of things. But when you add actually technology to it, your salary increases almost, yeah, I mean almost like 20-30%. So again, when you add, so tech sales is targeted to people who are not good in tech, but they're very good in sales, and that's the majority of the people we have in the West. And what we're suggesting is, what we are proposing is to add a bit of technology to their portfolio, which will increase the bottom line. And again, there are guys who are very good at domain-specific activities. What are they? I mean, they're very good at something that they do. Maybe it's a game. They're so good at it. They're so good they can actually sell it. So we are looking at people like that. When I say engineering, it's a kind of misnomer. Nowadays, engineering is not about building bridges or building products drawn up from start. No, it's about configuring stuff. So essentially, it's about like going to IKEA, buy products, you know how to assemble it. I would call someone like that an engineer. But so that's what it's come to. You have products which are already built, you need to configure it. So what we are proposing is what we're proposing is get people to into tech sales or tech engineering. So that's what it is. So what does that come down to? Yeah, it's the same thing. You can see the graph. Once you add technology to your profile, your growth and your salaries increase. So that's what it is. And so again, why are we doing this? We're offering two courses, like Author said. We have a tech sales course and sales engineering course. Like I said, engineering is not so scary anymore. Most people should be able to do it if they can configure software, if they can configure two pieces together. So that's why we're trying to offer these courses. Now the interesting part is delivery methods. So this is an interesting, a lot of conventional methods we're using, but we're also using some non-conventional methods. So I am proposing, along with Author, that we can use stuff like role playing, which is very simple, using poetry and dramatics to teach engineering concepts, as against just rolling out your videos, your teaching curriculum and all of that. But besides that, we have other options like gamified, on demand, build your own instructor. That's pretty very close to AI, but an instructor. Like, so these are the delivery methods. Strange. So this is a big thing of what we do. So whether you guys learn it or not, we are going to help you get a job. So that's the promise we do. That's it. So what are we looking for? We don't need money. We just need guys to associate. We need anybody who's good in account, as an account executive, anybody who's good in sales, domain experts, business developers. I'll be very happy if you guys can just associate with us. So I think that's it. Question?